Saturday morning thoughts. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It has been a long ass week. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I had to be in communication with my son's teacher as far as getting some assignments taken care of or having to fix my faucet, replacing it with a new one, or all of the intensive training me and my son have been doing all week. He had basketball practice, go to the gym, he had to get his allergy shots, or maybe it's just because I've been training, the new guy at work. But regardless of any of those things that I had to take care of this week, one, I did not complain about it. Two, I didn't throw in the towel. I didn't quit. I didn't stop. I didn't lose any type of intensity, even with the content that I pumped out this week. That was another thing, man. I pumped out a lot of fucking content. So maybe I'm just feeling that fatigue setting in and knowing that I'm going to get to enjoy my weekend with my little one. We got UFC this weekend, tonight actually. So it's going to be a good one. But I do feel the brunt of this week. But I'm still standing here. That's the thing. I am still standing. See, I'm not a quitter. I'm not that type of guy that wants people to feel sorry for me. No. I always want to operate in a position of strength. I always want to be a sign of strength that people can lean on, man. I can tell you right now, I've been to a lot of funerals in my life, and I have yet to shed a tear. Why? Because people lean on me a lot, man. They need that strength, man. I remember when my grandmother died and my mom looked to me as a sign of strength. It made her day seeing me there because I didn't see her for years. And she didn't see my son for years as well. But ever since then, she's cling to me. And now I kind of understand why they say once you get to a certain age, you start raising your parents. Because most people at a certain age, they just tap out, right? They stop having that motivation to learn and to educate themselves and to get a better level of understanding. This is why they say, some people are just stuck in their ways. And that's one of the things that I told myself I'll never do. I will forever evolve. I will always learn. I will always try to get insight from the younger generation. I do that now with my little brother. He is a Gen Zer. So I always look to him on what's popping. What is the new thing that is trending right now? Even with content creation. He's the one that really motivated me to start my YouTube channel. My 22 going on 23-year-old brother. So guys, always learn. Always try to educate yourself. Stay in the know. You don't want to be considered a quote unquote old head because you are not with the times. You always want to be evolving in every aspect of your life, right? Even with me as a man, as a father. I am not the typical stereotype of, the dad bod and all of that. No, I've evolved from that term. Why? Because I didn't want to be considered that guy that just let himself go. And one thing that I really never wanted to do is look in the mirror and not recognize who's staring back at me. I will never be a shell of myself. I will always be the new and improve. And this is what you guys got to think about, man. Always evolve. Always. Never stay stagnant. Even though life will kick you in the ass. But you gotta get up, dust yourself off, and keep your head in the game. Continue to move forward, man. I love life because I know that life is short. But at the same time, I got to make sure that I get all of the things done before my time is up, man. And I want to enjoy it as much as possible. But I have to keep in mind what type of legacy that I want to leave behind, which requires me to continue to push. It makes me continue to work harder than ever. Because I don't want to get dark, but every day you wake up, you get closer to death. That's just a fact. Anything can happen throughout your day, and just like that, you gone. So the things that I'm working on a daily basis, man, I gotta make sure that it leaves a lasting impression with the people who not only like follow me on social media, but the people around me physically, man. Making sure that my son understands who his father is. Making sure my brother understands who his brother is. Making sure that even my lady knows what type of man that I am. And that's what builds legacy, man. It's not just the material things that you leave behind, but it's the ideas, the thought processes, the type of credence that you also carry within yourself that people gravitate to and they want to emulate. Those are the things, man. And building things that can stand the test of time. That's what legacy truly is. That's what I'm focused on every single day is legacy. I can push back these expensive trips or, not purchasing expensive cars, and I'd rather invest into building a legacy for my last name. See, my elders, they didn't think about that shit at all. This is why my life has been kind of tough, because they weren't looking at the next generation. They were too busy thinking about themselves. And I had to break that cycle. I had to literally say, you know what? Nobody's going to be the sacrificial lamb. I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb. I'm going to be the one that's going to make all of the sacrifices. That way, my son, or if I have any more kids, they don't have to go through the same exact things that I had to go through. I'm literally grabbing my shovel and I am digging up dirt to make that road as smooth as possible. So when my son hops on that road, he could just take off. That's what it's about, man. Yes, you want to prioritize things that you want to do in life, right? But when you decide to have kids, a lot of that stuff has to go to the back burner because those kids did not decide to be born. That was a choice between two consenting adults, hopefully, right? So if you want to accomplish things that are more of a selfish reasoning, then don't have kids yet. Go ahead and start building now. Because when you have kids, and if you're a real man, a responsible man, you're going to put the interests of that child before your own. Every single day. You are going to make sure that that child does not go without anything. So you got to think about the actions. And that's the thing, man. A lot of people are not thinking before they actually do things. And this is the thing that I'm continuing to teach my son. I don't need him to have a incident like, that Frisco track meet tragedy. I don't need him to be involved in any of those things. So teaching your children to actually assess situations, be situationally aware of what's going on, and having the mental fortitude to understand that you got to control your feelings, because you can make a terrible action that could cost you your life, your freedom, somebody else's life. And you got to evaluate that, man, before you even do anything, man. So, I don't know, man. This has been a really serious type, soothing type of Saturday morning thoughts, because these are just the things that I'm thinking about. Right now, it is exactly 5:04 a.m. Brain ain't even fully awake, but guess what? This is what authenticity looks like. Straight up. This is my Saturday morning thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. I will catch y'all next time. And I hope y'all bought that dip like I told y'all last week, because, man, I'm up bands. Real talk. I will see y'all, man. Peace.